Baleno by the seashore. And fancy horses right by the ocean. Not really fancy, but horses anyway. And you can see people are out with their umbrellas, protecting themselves from the sun. Keep their complexion nice and pale. Unlike myself, who wants to go the other way. I didn't bring my rain gear with me for a change, which I'm starting to regret. Because the clouds forming up over on the other side of me, and it might rain on me today. That's usually the way it works. I know that if I got my rain gear with me, it never rains. But if I don't bring it, it does rain. Look at the ocean, eh? Isn't that beautiful? Nice, very nice. People by the seashore, out there picking whatever. You know, I don't know what they pick. You see people here all the time. And they're out there and everything under the sun. You wonder what the heck the seashore gets picked over here daily. Looking for little mussels and clams and octopus and little tiny fish. Everything under the sun. Surprising there's any food in there. There's so many people in this country. Everybody's trying to make a living. This country's full of independent business guys, like that guy right there. Little stores. And the people, little cafeterias. Everybody's trying to make a buck. A peso. And they have to, because basically there isn't very much in the way of jobs here. Like these schools here, the teachers who work there get like 15,000 pesos a month. 15,000 pesos. How much is that? That's like almost 400 bucks Canadian a month for a teacher. And they live. They don't get rich. It's no wonder that half this country is full of corruption. Because the only way they can possibly make any money is if they take it from the rich. And there are rich people here. Everybody looks at me as one of them, but I'm not. I'm just an ordinary guy. See, there's the clouds that I'm talking about. Out there high up, so I should be able to make it to Masbate before it rains. We'll see if I can make it back before it rains. If not, I'll get wet. One nice thing about getting wet in this country, it's still warm. Now there is something you don't see very often, is a greenhouse. You would think that the heat in this country would just kill any greenhouse going, but they have it anyway. There he is. There's a guy who lives in a little nipa hut in there. A big yard. And rice fields. Nice. If you have no money, you can go into the mountains here and you can build yourself a home. And they do. But we're talking about a home with no lights, no running water, no nothing. Dirt floors, bamboo walls. And if you're lucky, you got a raised platform to sleep on. Not if you're lucky, that's what they build. And furniture, you got a bed that you gotta watch these people. Because unless you're watching them, they're not watching you. And you can see the rich people. There's a guy who's a rich person. He's got a fancy car. Right beside a guy who's bringing his copra to market with his Carabao. Now we'll, what's this? A Fortune. That's a Toyota. A big Toyota. Big V6 in it. Probably might even be a V8. But he's not going fast. Probably some rich old bag who's telling her driver to take it easy. Because sometimes these older people who have hung it together, they wind up inheriting all this property. And in Aroroy, you get a lot of property. You're pretty wealthy because property's worth a lot of money there. Well, comparatively speaking, of course. A van we just saw there is a local transport van. It'll have 14, 15 passengers, and they pay to go to Masbate non-stop. And it's actually air conditioned, sort of, and they got radio in there, but they're packed like sardines. Mind you, they're packed like sardines in the local buses too. They just open air. Hey, so there's a guy back there, he had a rifle on his back. Now, I don't know what the deal. Some people are allowed to carry guns here. Other people aren't. I'm not, because I'm a foreigner. But everybody assumes that I am armed. Just because all the rich people here are armed. I'm not anxious to shoot anybody. Carry a gun around. Chance you might have to wind up shooting somebody. And also, you can't carry it in the airport, so that means you got to leave it in your house. And the house isn't secure enough to leave a gun in there. Nice. Anyway, time to shut the thing off.